Yo, what is good, Jets Nation? Welcome back to another Jets Media live stream, and today I'm bringing you an update of the Jets OTAs, talking about some Jets rumors that I'm seeing circulating across the Jets Twitterverse, and give you guys my overall thoughts if the New York Jets are actually going to pursue running back Dalvin Cook if he becomes available. Give you guys my thoughts on that. We got an awesome Aaron Rodgers video from practice today, throwing a deep ball. We see Aaron Rodgers back on the practice field. It's a great time to see our guy, our quarterback, Aaron freaking Rodgers, man. He returned to practice on Friday. We were live breaking that down. Man, after getting injured slightly, little minor setback with his calf, Aaron Rodgers is back. Tomorrow we have the media at practice, so we're going to get more of an inside perspective of what's going on the practice field for the New York Jets at OTAs. Today, the media was not there, so we don't really know exactly what happened. So we're going to hear from Robert Saleh. Look at that timing. The man comes up with the slideshow. So we're going to hear from Robert Saleh tomorrow, speaking to the media, giving us any updates with injuries, any updates across the NFL. Obviously, there's other things regarding the New York Jets that Jets fans are waiting to hear about, that being Quinnen Williams. Is Quinnen Williams going to get re-signed, extended rather, and when will he get extended? Is it going to be before training camp? How much longer do we have to wait? Also, is Quan Alexander coming back to the New York Jets? Well, he keeps teasing it. He keeps posting videos of his playing his new original song that references the New York Jets. He's training wearing a Joe Namath t-shirt. He's wearing green cleats. I mean, Quan Alexander just seems like he wants to be a Jet. So it's a matter of for the New York Jets to get that freaking thing done. Bring Quan back. Am I right, folks? So if you're just tuning into the show, folks, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button, whether you're watching it live or you're watching a replay. I appreciate you guys tuning into another Jets Media live show. It's been a lot of fun covering these New York Jets, seeing these photos of the practice, seeing the footage of a practice. It's been a beautiful, beautiful thing. So before we get deep into what's going on, I got to show you this video that the Jets gave us of Aaron Rodgers throwing an absolute money ball. Absolute money ball. Man, oh man, was this something special. All right, let's pull this up. So the New York Jets, they're just throwing little teasers of Aaron Rodgers throwing some darts in practice. And this is one that I think Jets fans have already seen, but I want to share with the people that have not seen it already. So here it is. Aaron Rodgers throwing the beautiful deep ball, his patented move, baby. Oh, yeah. I can watch this on replay, and I'm sure you guys can as well. I think this is freaking a thing of beauty. So, mandatory minicamp does begin June 14th. My man Zachary gives us the update on that. So, definitely keep in mind about mandatory minicamp. But can we just take a moment and just appreciate Aaron Rodgers? Look at this freaking throw. Yes, yes, yes. We got my man Pappy in the super chat. He says, I'm trying to get tickets for Jets Media Day, but plane tickets are expensive. My man. Sorry to hear that, brother. I really hope you can make it, but if you can't make it, don't worry about it, my friend. You show a lot of support to the channel already. Hopefully I can meet you, but hey, if we don't, our paths will cross another time. Am I right? Appreciate the $5 super chat, my friend. Hope all is well with you. I appreciate you big time. So let's get into some other news about Dalvin Cook, okay? So will the Jets pursue Dalvin Cook? I want to ask you guys that question first before I give you guys my thoughts. If you're watching it live right now, let me know in the live chat. If you're watching it on replay, let me know in the comments down below. Will the New York Jets pursue Dalvin Cook? Do you want the New York Jets to pursue Dalvin Cook? Do you think it's a smart thing to do? So I honestly don't know why the Jets would do this. Now, my perspective of this is we have Breece Hall, who's ready to go for week 1, apparently. He's ahead of schedule. And we know Breece Hall, the star that he is when he's healthy. We draft Izzy Abanikanda from Pitt, who a lot of people are excited about. We know that rookie running backs are at that position. They're expected to play good football out of the gate. We got Michael Carter, who I know is coming off a down year for his standards in year number 2. But I like Michael Carter a lot to bounce back in year number 3. And we have Zonovan Bam Knight, coming off a pretty darn good season as a rookie, especially when you consider he's an undrafted player. So I don't know where Dalvin Cook fits. Unless the Jets are just saying, you know what? We want to stack this offense and get the most players on this offense as possible for Aaron Rodgers so this team can go all the way. If that's their mindset and they can figure out a way to make a splash and they think Dalvin Cook is the guy to be a 1-2 punch with Breece Hall, with Izzy there, and who knows will be the odd man out of the running back room, but I just don't think that the running back position is a need. I don't think that I don't look at the Jets running back room and think to myself, damn, man, we have a weakness. We need to add another star. Like, no, I don't think that. We have a star in Brees, who I understand is coming off an injury. There he is, of course. The timing is always there. I like the rookie. I like Carter. I like Bam. And maybe the Jets, they like it, but they think they'd love it with Dalvin Cook. Now, there are rumors about this. There's nothing confirmed, by the way, that the New York Jets are interested. I'm just seeing a lot of people talking about the potential of Dalvin Cook coming to the New York Jets. If I had to guess, I think Dalvin Cook goes to the Miami Dolphins. I think that's where Dalvin Cook is going to land. I really think it's unlikely that the New York Jets get him. I don't really believe any of the reports or rumors that I'm reading online, but this is definitely something that I wanted to bring up and talk to you guys about because, hey, anything can happen in the NFL. You never know. The New York Jets has definitely shocked me a bunch of times, and things that I don't expect them to do, they do. So that's why it's a talking point. It's a time for us as a fan base to come together and go after him. So, if you want to talk of it from the perspective of, okay, what would be the positives to get Dalvin Cook? Well, Dalvin Cook is one of the best, like a top 5, top 7 running back in the NFL when healthy. His issues is, staying healthy. His issues is also that, he's getting up there in age. He's not in the prime of his career anymore. I do like Dalvin Cook as a running back, as a football player. I think that he would fit this scheme. And Nathaniel Hackett is notorious to having a running back by committee style approach. So maybe the New York Jets are just trying to stack this team with the most depth as possible, just in case somebody goes down with an injury, just in case Brees Hall is not the same self. Maybe one person goes down. They want to go all in for Dalvin Cook and just have a star-studded offense filled with guys like Garrett Wilson at the wide receiver spot, filled with Dalvin Cook potentially at the running back spot. I can see that. I can see that being a potential. I just feel like I don't look at the running back room and think it's a gigantic need. So it's a really interesting conversation to have, man. Jimmy says, stack it up. Let's go. I love it. Jets Forever says, what down year? He had 690 total yards in limited time. LaFleur stopped utilizing MC. He had a down year for the standards that I hold Michael Carter. He averaged like 3-point-something yards per carry, and I know Michael Carter's better than that, and I think that year 3 he's going to have a way better season. He did not have like a terrible year last year. No way he didn't. But from his rookie season, I expect him to take a year 2 leap, and I'm expecting him to do that this season. We need a power back like Dalvin Cook, says Jets Turbulence Podcast. Need to spell a home run threat with another. He'll be our Leonard Fournette to what he was for Brady. Hey, I like this. I like this take a lot. You talk about this New York Jets team, and a lot of people are comparing this Jets squad to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Tom Brady. And what do the Buccaneers do that year? They went out there and got a veteran, Leonard Fournette. They brought in Rob Gronkowski to help out Tom Brady. What do the Jets do? They bring back Randall Cobb, who was like, I can argue, Aaron Rodgers' or Tom Brady's Rob Gronkowski is like Aaron Rodgers to Randall Cobb. Now, obviously, Rob Gronkowski is one of the greatest tight ends of all time. Randall Cobb is not that talented and not that good as Rob Gronkowski career-wise, but Randall Cobb is a player that Aaron Rodgers really appreciates and loves as a person and really is happy that is on this team. And Aaron Rodgers needs his familiar faces around him. And he also got Billy Turner. He got Alan Lazard. Of course, he got Nathaniel Hackett. So this New York Jets team are ready to go. And I think Jets fans, including myself, are not used to having a team that's ready to go all in to win right now. And what they have to do that is get veterans that's going to become available. Oh, DeAndre Hopkins is available. Maybe we'll bring him in. I don't think they will. Oh, Dalvin Cook might be available. Yeah, the Jets should definitely do their due diligence because why not? We're at a situation now with this Jets team that they're ready to go. We're ready to win. Ready to win. Paul wants to get Cook. What's up, Paul? Hope you're enjoying your trip in LA, bro. Hope you're enjoying your trip. A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones versus Brees Hall and Dalvin Cook. Brees Hall and Dalvin Cook would be probably the best 1-2 punch in the NFL. Are you kidding me? Name a better 1-2 punch in the NFL if the Jets get Dalvin Cook, though. Love what JD is doing. Load up. I like it. Arthur says, can't have enough running backs. We don't know how Brees will bounce back. Cook is an insurance policy. I agree, Arthur. I think that when you look at Dalvin Cook, he is an insurance policy, but at the same time, he's also a damn good football player. Like, he is a top running back in the NFL when healthy. You just go look at the numbers, it backs it up. His issues has been injury. And another thing that just came to my mind about potentially getting Dalvin Cook is that we could take him away from our division rival who are the favorites to get him, and that is the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins are the favorites to land Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook has been linked to the Dolphins for this entire offseason. So can you imagine what the Dolphins fans would feel like if he just comes to the New York Jets? Because I can tell you this, Dolphins fans hate the New York Jets right now because we are being hyped up by every single media outlet. We are becoming the team that people are hopping on the bandwagon, and the Miami Dolphins fan base is sick and tired of it, and I don't blame them. I don't expect the Dolphins to look at the Jets and like what we're doing. We're rivals. It's what makes sports great. It's what makes what we do as fans awesome. You feel me? Kareem and Chubb were nice too. Well, yeah, that's been probably the best 1-2 punch in the NFL for the past few years. Did you hear we may be forced doing Hard Knocks? Yes, so I did hear this, and I think that's very interesting. You know, I prefer personally the Jets are not on Hard Knocks because we have a phenomenal production team already with the New York Jets, that being One Jets Drive Productions with Seth Bradley as the director, and that whole team is fantastic. I mean, we got Flight 23. We don't need any more behind-the-scene footage. We got it already. But the fact that HBO is really pushing the Jets and forcing us to do it, kind of annoying. But hey, we were on Hard Knocks, what was that, 10 years ago with Rex and them, so we get an idea. I just hope that they don't really make this Jets team from a national scope any drama. That's just my fear. I just let us do our thing. Let us take care of business. Let's just not let the whole world see what's going on behind the scenes. Only Jets fans get to see that with our own production. But hey, if we got to be on HBO, we got to be on HBO. LMA F the dot. I love it. We have opened up so much cap that Cook and Hopkins are very much in play. We are giving Rodgers exactly what he pleaded for in Green Bay, but the Packers never gave it to him. Weapons, artillery. Playmakers, baby, as Joe Douglas said when he drafted Breece Hall. You're right, bro. You are right. When I started off talking about Dalvin Cook, I was just looking at it I just wasn't on my radar. I wasn't looking at Dalvin Cook as a potential candidate for the New York Jets to get. And then the more I think about it, why the hell not would I want Dalvin Cook on the New York Jets? Why wouldn't I want to stack this offense to the unlimited potential that it could possibly be to go after the damn Super Bowl? Do I have to say that again, folks? Has that sunk in yet, Jets fans? Has it sunk in that the New York Jets are going for all in for the Super Bowl this year? And I can actually say that with a straight face and not look like a delusional idiot? If I sat here and said this last year at this time, yeah, the Jets are going to go for the Super Bowl this year, nobody would take me seriously. Jets fans would be like, Richie, you're freaking delusional. What are you talking about? Other fan bases like, who's this Jets media guy talking about Super Bowl with the Jets? But folks, it's real this year. It's not just Jets fans talking about it. ESPN's talking about the Jets in the Super Bowl potentially. NFL Network is mentioning the Jets in the same breath as the Super Bowl. Wow. Has that sunk in yet to you guys? I mean, it's still marinating for me personally. I haven't really been able to appreciate that because as a Jets fan, that's all I've wanted. And the weird thing about it, and I'm sure you guys can relate to this, is we just want to make the playoffs. We have the longest playoff drought in sports history right now. Can we just get in the postseason? But people are linking the Jets to a Super Bowl before we can make the playoffs. So it's kind of a little wild here. It's not like we made the playoffs last year. We won a game, and now we're a Super Bowl contender. We have missed the playoffs for 13-something freaking years, bro. What the actual heck? What the actual heck? Jack Talking Jets says, Richie, there's no better feeling than watching you and watching the Batman at once. Well, that is freaking awesome. Shout out Robert Pattinson. Shout out that film. It's an excellent movie. And I'm great that you're watching the Batman and me at the same time. It's pretty cool. Mark says, we need overkill on talent. The AFC East is an arms race as the entire AFC. You're right, Mark. More talent, the better. Sign me up. Who even is that Nick guy that had source about Dalvin? Is he reliable? No. The guy that was sourcing about Dalvin Cook with the Jets, I am not taking that seriously at all. And I'm not using that as a report to go live either, by the way. I'm just talking about it because I see a lot of Jets fans talking about the potential of Dalvin Cook come to the Jets. So I'm like, okay, this is a talking point. I want to give my thoughts, and more importantly, I want to hear Jets fans, my subscribers, you guys in the chat, about if you want Dalvin Cook. Speaking of that, let's make a poll in the chat right now. as I'm making this poll to ask you guys if you want Dalvin Cook, can you guys do me a gigantic favor by simply hitting that thumbs up button, baby? Let's get to 50 likes while I put up the poll, because I want to ask you guys if you want Dalvin Cook. Do you want the Jets to get Dalvin Cook? All right. I'm going to ask you guys this question. All right, vote away. Let's see if I'm assuming majority is going to say yes. I'm assuming that. So guys, hit that thumbs up button if you're just tuning in, brother. Boys and girls, let's go. Jets bring back Juan already. I know, Keith. I know. I want a Super Bowl win. From all stuff we had endure, Q needs Super Bowl. We need a Super Bowl, yes. Richie, got to have you on Jets Turbulence, brother. Love your energy mixed with ours. Going to have you leaving our podcast as you mix espresso and cocaine. We're winning this Super Bowl, baby. Yeah. Sorry, man. I've been very busy these past few days. I'm on the go right now. I'm not home, as you can tell. I'm not my usual setup, so I'm not really on a usual content schedule, but I'm still going to be making content consistently here, but I'm not really as available as I'd like to be in terms of being a guest on other shows. So I definitely promise you I will be on your podcast eventually, my man. Wouldn't mind Dalvin, but if Tay is in play, get us the best receiver in football. I don't think that's a possibility. I mean, hey, anything's possible, right? But all right, the votes are in. 18 votes, 72% say, yeah, give me Dalvin Cook. All right. I hear you guys. Can't complain there. Rich Cimini was on Jake Asman's show this morning. Awesome. I got to check that out. Shout out my man Jake, doing great stuff over there on his YouTube channel. All right. I know I already showed it, but I don't even care, because guess what? I'm showing it again. And we're going to show this over and over again in today's live show, because Aaron Rodgers throwing dimes. Look at that. Beautiful ball. I mean, what is that? Yes, I'm going to be talking about a damn football in practice. I don't care. We Jets fans have been waiting our entire lives for a quarterback that can do something even simple as this in practice. Throw a money ball. It's ridiculous. It's just a thing of gorgeousness, beautiful. There's also another catch, a CJ Uzama. Let's get that one up and loaded. There's another dart, a little dart that he threw. Here it is. Aaron Rodgers threading the needle to CJ Uzama. Look at that. Pew, pew. I mean, come on, bro. I know we're talking about practice. I know we're talking about OTAs. I know it's not exciting, but hey, give me all the Aaron Rodgers content you could possibly imagine, and the Jets are doing that, baby. Look at this. Look at this. Come on. You kidding me? This is Aaron Rodgers. This is Aaron Rodgers we're talking about here. Let's go. I mean, I can just sit in silence and watch this with you guys for the next hour if you want, but we're not going to do that. Right? I mean, isn't that just a thing of beauty? Isn't it? Let's freaking go, bro. Shout out Aaron Rodgers. I freaking love you. Have I told you that? Have I told you, Rodgers, that I'm a fan of yours? Sure I have. We're gonna put that on. Yeah, perfect. We're gonna have that on loop next to me. We're gonna have Aaron Rodgers threading the needle to CJ Uzama on loop next to me for the foreseeable future. Okay? Is that okay with you, folks? Folks, if you're just tuning in, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. We need 15 likes to get 50. Let's get it rocking. I appreciate all you guys tuning into another Jets Media live stream. Let's see what the polls got cooking. 27 people voted. 78% want the New York Jets to sign Dalvin Cook. I hear you guys. Okay. The majority have spoken. Do you have a fear we will have trouble with covering the tight ends? I don't have a fear with that. I don't think that's a strength of the defense. I think we will get beat by a tight end here and there, but I do think that we have the personnel to line up against a tight end. Don't forget, Sauce Gardner is able to line up against a tight end if he has to. Remember, week 1 against the Ravens, he locked up Mark Andrews. So if we verse a team that has a really good tight end, I think Sauce can go up against them. I think that the Jets covering the tight end is not their strength, but I don't think it sparks fear in me. Did you see that stat that Rodgers went 14 to 15th? That was a joke. You talking about NYJ Matt's tweet? My man NYJ Matt keeps spreading these fake stat lines and people keep running with it. That's not true, but I'll run with it. It's funny. Zachary, at this point, we put Sauce. Yeah, exactly. If it's an issue, the Jets got to put Sauce. And the good thing about putting Sauce on a tight end is that we have such good corners to step up to versus the other good receivers. So, say, for example, week 1 against the Buffalo Bills. Say Dalton Kincaid is actually a freaking monster, and the Jets can't guard him. Okay, put Sauce Gardner on Kincaid, and they'll put DJ Reed on Stephon Diggs. Sign me up for that. Andrew says, I understand Cook is a really good running back, but why would he grab him when we have a full room already? Good question, Andrew. That's the thing about the potential of getting Dalvin Cook. We don't need him. It's not a necessity. It's one of those things like, hey, it's a luxury to get him. We're going all in here. Let's go get a veteran running back to help pound the rock and get in the damn end zone and score touchdowns and win some football games, right? It's crazy how A-Rod is my favorite quarterback of all time, and now he's on the Jets. Bro, same. Xavier, I have been a Aaron Rodgers fan my entire life, and I would get into heated arguments and debates with people before he was a Jet, I'm talking about, that he was the most talented quarterback of all time. Not the most accomplished, but the best thrower of the football. I would always say that. And now he's a Jet? King Jamie, I'm here working and can't chat much. No problem, my friend. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. Folks, make sure you don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. We got a lot of fun things happening on this show right now. And, of course, the New York Jets OTAs is well underway. Tomorrow, the media will be in attendance. I also have a special guest coming on the channel tomorrow, which I'm really excited about. You guys know him. One of the best Jets fans in the media world there is. I mean, I personally think he's the best, if not one of the best people in the media that is a giant Jets fan that represents our fan base. That is Connor Rodgers. So Connor Rodgers is joining Jets media tomorrow. Stay tuned for that. I'm excited. Excited to have him on the show, man. He's a great guy. What's your favorite type of sauce? My favorite type of sauce is Gardner sauce. Get it? MC would surely be traded if we get Cook, maybe in a Bird Baker package. Yeah, I don't think so. But hey, it wouldn't hurt to the dream, right? Have any good linebacker been released yet? I believe that would be a better grab than running back. Yeah, I mean, our linebacker room is interesting because it's not like we have bad linebackers. It's just we're not deep at the position. We have a freaking all-pro and C.J. Mosley. We have Quincy Williams, who I'm really excited about getting extended. Like from Olive Garden. Carter, you go to Olive Garden, my man? Come on, we got to get you some real Italian food. Olive Garden? Olive Garden! You got to go to a nice Italian place. I got the any Italian places you need, come to me. Don't go to Olive Garden. But my favorite sauce at Olive Garden is definitely nothing, because I don't eat at Olive Garden. But pasta sauce you're talking about? If I'm going to get a nice plate of pasta, I mean, I like my marinade. I mean, I'm very a basic guy. Tomato basil, arrabbiata, pesto is elite. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot of fun things. What are your thoughts on maybe signing Yannick Ngakoue? I think you spelled it pretty spot on. I don't think we need him. If there's one position that I am completely satisfied with, it's the defensive line. This defensive line is 10 deep to the point where the 10th man on that depth chart deserves to start. Rodgers is great. Heck, I'm coming to MetLife this week before the Chiefs play and won't stay. He is the guy who will take us down. Yeah, Jamie's coming to Jets Media Day. I love it. A good chicken parm you can never go wrong with. Hell yeah. That place. Tommy likes Olive Garden, I see. Let's freaking go. King Jamie, I'm so excited to have you at Jets Media Day. Also, folks, I know that Jets Media Day tickets, the deadline has passed, but I do have extra tickets that I'm going to be selling leading up to the game. It's limited tickets, by the way. So if you are still interested in Jets Media, I have a limited amount of tickets remaining to sell. So let me know if you're interested. All the people that already purchased your tickets, you're coming through. Yours is secured. Don't you worry. Hey, Rich, what's wrong with the Mets? I don't want to bring up the Mets, Dave. They make me sad. They make me sad. I really don't want to get into them. Let's get this Quinnen contract over with. Yeah, I agree. I think that's going to get done by training camp. There's still some time to figure that out. I think the Jets need to get a lot of other things situated. I think that we've seen enough of that throw of Aaron Rodgers. Let's switch it to this one. Yeah, baby. Okay, somebody help me out here. It's driving me nuts that I don't know. Who the hell is number 86 for the Jets who caught this ball from Aaron Rodgers? Has to be one of those undrafted guys. Is that 86, that number? What do we do in June and July without AR highlights, right, Zachary? This is it. If you were JD for a day, what are top priorities? Right now is extending Quinnen Williams. Signing Quan Alexander is at the top of my list. Malik Taylor. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I knew that. See, like every year, there's always the guys like Malik Taylors of the world that have new jersey numbers, and I'm like trying to figure out their numbers. Thank you. Shout out Malik Taylor. Is he the sleeper of the wide receiver room this year or what? Richie, I know you're from Long Island. Have you been to Vincent's Clam Bar? Really, Tommy? You don't think I've been to Vincent's Clam Bar? Yes! I've been there multiple times. I live pretty close to there, actually. Very good spot. Very good spot, by the way. I like my Italian food. Guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. We're talking about some Jets rumors regarding Dalvin Cook, some OTA updates. The media is going to the New York Jets facility tomorrow. We're going to hear from Saleh. We're going to hear from probably other players. I don't know who exactly, but we're going to hear from the players. We're going to be fire this year. Can't freaking wait. Let's effing go Jets. Yeah! Say that again. Andrew. Freaking love it, bro. A-Rod probably going to smash T Swift soon. Hey, that would be legendary. I'd love that happened. Imagine Aaron Rodgers dating Taylor Swift. I feel like Rodgers would be down. He loves Taylor Swift. He's a Swiftie. I see you, A-Rod. I see you, my man. I can't complain on that front. But guys, if there's one aspect of this New York Jets football team that gets you the most excited besides Aaron Rodgers, what would it be? Is it the defensive line? Is it the rookie draft class from last year heading into year number 2 of Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson, Brees, Jermaine, Clemens, and those boys? Is it the overall defense? Is it players like Jeremy Ruckert, who you think is going to break out? Is it just an individual, like a guy like Garrett Wilson, who's destined to break out as a star this year? What gives you the most excitement for this season besides Aaron Rodgers? Is it a new player that we acquired in free agency this year, or traded for this year, or drafted this year? Will McDonald, maybe? Izzy Abenakenda? A new offensive system? What is it? Just for your information, there is a thumbs up button if you are interested. Well, thank you for reminding the people. We got over 100 people watching. I think we can get to 100 likes. 100 thumbs up, baby. Where do you think Tippmann starts his career, guard or center? I hope center. I know that the Jets think he's a versatile weapon that can line up all across the offensive line, but put that man where he's supposed to be at center, please. Okay? Put him where he's at. So Pillar is the most excited for Zach Wilson. So you're excited for the preseason, or is this a joke? If Rodgers taps T Swift and wins the Super Bowl, he should get his number retired. Oh, if he even just wins a Super Bowl, he's getting his number retired. 100%. If he wins a Super Bowl with the New York Jets, he's going to get into the GOAT conversation. I don't care what anybody has to say. There's no other team better to spotlight in Hard Knocks than the Jets. What do you think? Yeah, I mean, if you're HBO, I totally understand why they're pinning their focus on the New York Jets. We are the talk of the league. People want to watch a young, exciting team with a new quarterback and Aaron Rodgers and a fan base and a team that have been looking for a quarterback forever. Torch is excited for the explosive offense, but I'm even more excited for the defense. Yeah, baby. I love that. Does this week complete OTAs? Yeah, so this is the final week of OTAs. And then, no, I don't think it's the final week, actually. I take that back. I know mandatory minicamp begins June 14th. And then after minicamp, I believe, is a long hiatus until training camp. I think people are assuming Breece is just not going to miss a beat. History says that's unlikely. Yeah, I think Breece Hall is going to get back to his old form this year, but not right out of the gate. I think it's going to take him a couple weeks to get his feet underneath him, mentally make sure, because there's a big mental funk that happens when you get an injury like that, right? Even if his knee's 100%, there's still a mental thing that, okay, how do I protect myself from getting hurt? And you kind of limit your explosiveness, you limit your talent at its maximum potential. So that's that mental hurdle that a lot of players deal with after coming back from a serious injury like that, right? Who's an underrated, undrafted free agent? I like Trey D, and I know he's not underrated because a lot of Jets fans like him, but I think that he could be a free-roaming, hard-hitting safety for this team to make the 53-man roster, for sure. Jason Brownlee, that is definitely another good player that can make the team, or he probably won't make the team, but who could flash in the preseason. My hopes this year, Jets make huge playoff run, possibly a Super Bowl, showing win. Miami Heat win the chip, and what the... Andrew, are you a Jets and a Miami Heat fan? Is that what I'm reading? All right, Andrew, I see that. Good luck to your Heat, even though I can't stand them. Okay? Maybe that safety corner, I think he was undrafted. Trey Dean? It took Saquon 2 years before he was fully back. It took Adrian Peterson 1 year, so everyone heals different. Ashton and Clark. What? That's who you're excited for, Jets forever? Ashton Davis sitting on the bench? Conklin will get 700 yards and 5 touchdowns. CJ will get 308 touchdowns. They will both shine with AR. I agree. I think CJ Uzama is going to be a red zone threat. He could potentially get 5 to 6 touchdowns this year. Conklin's going to have more receptions and yards. CJ Uzama is going to have more touchdowns. And I think you can say the same thing from a projection standpoint. Garrett Wilson's going to lead the team in receptions and yards. I think Allen Lazard is that player to lead the team in total with receiving touchdowns. And also, do not sleep on Randall Cobb being heavily involved in this offense. I want Mekhi Becton to be the best right tackle in the business. Well, I want him to be the best left tackle in the business. Kenneth, how about that? We do have a lot of good undrafted free agent wide receivers, so does Mims get traded? Very possible, man. Seriously possible. Rodgers is going to give us 2 chips, folks. Peyton almost did it with the Broncos, won 1 out of 2 appearances with Denver. Bank it, AR8 Jets Super Bowl MVP twice. All right, I love this optimism. I love the energy, but give me 1 before we talk about 2. Right? Come on, Jets forever. Stop lying to yourself. Whether you can admit that you love Ashton Davis, I get that, but you're lying to yourself. You think he's going to start, and you know it. You know it. You can give me all the Ashton Davis love you want, but you cannot sit here with a straight face and tell me that Ashton Davis is going to be starting week 1 unless there's an injury. Everyone seems to be so content with their wide receiver room. I feel like I'm the only one who thinks we need someone better than Lazard and Hardman to line up with Garrett Wilson. Yeah, interesting. I mean, it's a lot harder than you think to just get someone better than Allen Lazard, all right? Are you referring to DeAndre Hopkins or something? I mean, it's not easy to go out there and get a player that's better than Allen Lazard or McCole Hardman. Lazard is a very quality, good receiver who I think hasn't even hit his potential yet. And McCole Hardman's a very speedy, gadget guy that's going to have a good impact. Getting a wide receiver that's better than those two guys is not an easy thing to do at this point of the season. We have turned down trade offers for Mims. So the only reason why I think Mims could be traded this year is because he's entering the final year of his contract, and I just don't see the Jets re-signing him personally. And knowing Joe Douglas, if you see somebody on the roster that can impact his team and actually be a long-term answer, he's going to want to have someone with cheap control over paying Denzel Mims, who, by the way, unless he breaks out this year, is not getting paid a lot of money. For real, I'm going to be honest. We have so many running backs with great potential already. We should not even put more cap space into the running back position. Yeah, this is definitely a good take. I don't look at the running back and say, yeah, we need a running back, right? I look at the running backs and say we're pretty darn good, but the Jets could be looking at it like, yeah, we're good, but we want to be great. We want to be elite. We want to be a team that takes the top off the defense. We want a team that can just absolutely be stacked with stars. McCole is slept on. Yeah, he is. Speedy. Lazard is a really tall, big body, great blocking receiver, and Hardman is a speed demon. Could have a lot of fun, especially if Hackett gets the system right. Facts, man. I think that both of these players are going to fit into this offense beautifully. And don't forget, we still got Corey Davis, who is like, an average veteran who's still out there. Corey Davis may have the second most total receiving yards. Yeah, Dave, it's possible. If Corey Davis is healthy, he's going to... I don't think he's going to get more than Lazard. I think it's going to go Garrett Wilson number 1, Lazard number 2. You could argue Conklin 3. And then Corey Davis or Conklin will be 3 if I had to guess. And then Hardman right there. Douglas knows Mims is going to ball out this preseason. He'll just wait for the trade offers to flow in. I mean, he had a good preseason last year. Denzel Mims broke out against the New York Giants in the fourth quarter against backups. He had his first NFL touchdown. Still hasn't scored a touchdown in his freaking life. Come on, Denzel. I've been rooting for you forever, and you just don't do anything. I'm out on Carter, to be honest. Would rather trade and give Knight a chance if we picked up Cook. I'm not out on Carter. I think that you can't write out of a player just from 2 years. Excellent rookie season. Year 2 is underwhelming. I think year 3 could be a great thing. Mims averages 0 touchdowns this year. Oh, Hennessy, my man. Anyway, we pick up Hopkins. I don't think so. We heard Robert Saleh talk about this last week, and he did not sound like a coach that sounds like they're going after him at all. So I would not expect a DeAndre Hopkins pursue from the New York Jets. No, I don't. Enormous difference between Dalvin Cook and Michael Carter-Knight. One of these three won't be caught from behind. Give me Cook all day. Not even debatable. Make it happen. Yeah, I mean, if you're arguing Dalvin Cook or Michael Carter, Bam Knight, it's Dalvin Cook, right? I mean, that's not arguable. Like that's an upgrade, folks. You add Dalvin Cook to this team. You got Breece Hall, Dalvin Cook. You got the rookie Izzy behind him and Carter. That is your running back room with Bam Knight as a fringe practice squad player. I mean, Dalvin Cook is better than everybody in a running back room. You can argue. He is. I mean, you could say that Breece Hall has potential to be better than Dalvin Cook, no doubt about it, but he's coming off an ACL tear. I don't know about that $10.4 million, though. So the one thing about this season, folks, if the Jets want to get Dalvin Cook for one season, they figured out their cap situation where they can fit one more big contract for the season. And it's not going to be a long-term thing, I'm assuming. It's going to be a one-year deal if they did get Dalvin Cook. We could get Fournette for the cheap. Now, that would be a red zone monster. I don't see that happening, but you never know. The Jets have a lot of things. Will the Vikings trade for Carter Knight, or are we trading away for a bigger contract? I'm assuming that he's going to get cut, honestly. I mean, I don't think the Jets are going to want to trade anything away unless they can get a good package. I think that Minnesota's going to let him go. But what if Cook fumbles week 9? Not his fault, but we'll hate him as well. I mean, hey, football players make mistakes, and the fan base got to realize that. What is your 3 top running backs for opening day? Breece Hall, Michael Carter, Izzy. Don't sleep on Izzy. A real Bills fan chimes in. Cook won't sign a 1-year deal. You may be right. Would you want Evans, D-Hop, Cook, Bird, or a different star as our one big contract? Yeah, I mean, you could definitely sell me on all these players. The most likely is... Guys, I know some Jets fans are just... This is... The one thing I've learned from Jets fans is this. It's been a consistent thing every single year. We need a safety. We need to get a new safety. We need a safety. We need a safety. I don't think the Jets are going to get Bird. Byard, whatever the hell you say his name. I think they're happy with the addition of Chuck Clark. I think they like Jordan Whitehead going into year 2 with the system. I don't think the Jets are in this heavy pursuit of the safety position like the Jets fans are. My point is, every year, the Jets fans, majority speaking, are obsessed with getting a new safety, obsessed with going after a Budda Baker, obsessed with drafting a safety high, when the reality is the Jets don't value the safety position as highly as the fan base, and it's proven last year that with pretty bad safety play and LaMarcus Joyner and Jordan Whitehead, we were still a top 5 defense. And obviously, getting a better safety helps out the defense overall. I'm not saying that. But the point is, the Jets do not value the safety position as much as the fan base does. The Jets need to prioritize defensive line. They need to prioritize that before anything else. I think safety is the least of their concerns. And not to mention, I think the safety room is a little underrated. I like Tony Adams, the undrafted kid from last year, entering year number 2. Right? Trey Dean is an undrafted kid to look out for this year to make the team. Will Parks is a seasoned vet. Ashton Davis going into a contract year. The 2 starters, Chuck Clark coming from Baltimore. He was a damn good player for the Baltimore Ravens. And of course, Jordan Whitehead, I know that he's not a flashy star, but he's a quality football player. He's not great. He's not bad either. He's good. He's a good safety. He's all right. He's a safety that can be starting on a really freaking good defense. My man, bro, Hennessy, when you bought your tickets, I was so freaking happy to see that you bought not only for week 3 Jets Media Day, but for week 1, the roundtable, bro. Are you kidding me? My man Hennessy's coming to both of the events I'm hosting this year for week 1 at the home opener against the Buffalo Bills on Monday Night Football, and he's coming week 3. You kidding me? I love it, Hennessy. I cannot wait to see you, bro. Whitehead is a damn bruiser of a safety. Yeah, I mean, Whitehead is horrible. I mean, he's not horrible, but he's not great either. Any update on the Quinnen situation? No update other than the Jets remain optimistic, and the thing to look out for is leading up to training camp. Are you going to any away games this year? Yes, I am looking into going to, I know this isn't technically an away game, but I'm going to the Hall of Fame game potentially in Ohio, which is great. And I'm also aiming to go to Vegas. Vegas, baby! The Jets running back room is solid, though, with Hall, Carter, and Knight. I agree. The running back room is solid, but if the Jets get Dalvin Cook, the room comes from solid to elite. And that is what the New York Jets are trying to do here. They are not satisfied. They're looking at this team and they're like, okay, it's good, but we're not satisfied. Where can we keep adding freaking monsters? How can we keep adding talented folks? B. Lopez in the chat. What up, Richie? Let's go Jets. Yes, sir, B. Lopez. What's good, brother? Can't wait. Me too, bro. Let's go. Afraid to come to Buffalo. So my funny story, I went to college upstate New York, Brockport, which is a half hour east of Rochester. So I was in Bills County. I went to 4 straight Bills-Jets games in Buffalo while I was there. 4 years in a row, I saw the Jets take on the Bills in Buffalo. So I got my Buffalo Bill away game out of me. I am never going back to Buffalo. No offense, but I have no desire to go to the city of Buffalo to watch football ever again. I've done it 4 years in a row in college. I'm done with it. What's the update on D-Hab? The Jets aren't pursuing him. Rodgers 39. Solid is not good enough. Yeah, Peyton Manning was 39 as well when he won his Super Bowl with the Broncos. Tom Brady was 42 when he won his Super Bowl with the Bucs. Age is just a number. I'm telling you, man. Cook might be cut. Yeah. Possible. No one wants to go upstate. Yeah, no offense, man. That's Rochester. Yeah, I said it's Rochester. I said Brockport is a half hour east of Rochester. I said that. But I went to Buffalo for the games. Yes, SUNY Brockport. That's where I went to school. Tyler will be at Vegas. Would love to buy you a beer and chat. Tyler, if I actually go to Vegas, love to meet you, brother. Let's do it. Let's freaking do it, bro. I'm there, you're there, we're all there together. You feel me? Folks, can we get to 100 likes? Is that possible? We're at 74. Might be possible. It might be one of those things that's like, oh, wow, we can actually do this. And it all comes from you guys. Even DJ Reed can't tell what new. Why? What did DJ Reed say? I missed that. If you missed it, Aaron Rodgers is throwing dimes, darts, however you want to call it. Absolute money balls. Elite stuff from A-Rod, baby. Elite it. Absolutely love it, bro. So, folks, as you guys are aware, if you watch the channel, you know that we got a proud sponsor of Jets Media, which happens to be Manta Sleep. Manta Sleep is the greatest website to get the best sleep masks you'll ever get in your freaking life. So if you guys want to use my promo code JETS to get 10% off these bad boys, click the link pinned at the top of the chat, and it's down below in the description if you want to check out your sleep mask. This has been an absolute game changer. I'm currently traveling. I'm on the road, and when I'm in a new bed situation, I'm not in my usual setup at home, and I gotta get into a sleep-like state, I've been channeling REM sleep with this thing. If you look at it from this perspective, it's got the new technology of a little C-cup alcove so your eyes can open up. Pure 100% darkness. If you know somebody that would benefit who's having some sleep problems, whether it's yourself that's having a sleep issue, whether it's a friend of yours, a family member, maybe your child, maybe your parents, anything, make sure you guys use the promo code JETS by clicking the link at the top of the chat to get your Manta Sleep Mask today. This has been an absolute game changer for me. And maybe you heard Aaron Rodgers talk about a darkness retreat. And just maybe 1% of you guys sparked a little interest. Darkness retreat. I wonder what it'd be like to be in darkness forever. Well, guess what? You get this. It's 100% darkness. I'll show you an example right now. I got a giant light in my face right now. You can see how... Siri, I'm not talking to you. I got a giant light in my face right now. As you can see, it's very bright. I put this on. It is 100% black. And it is a really good thing for naps if you're in a situation where you're at work or maybe you're in your car. You just want to shut the lights off a little bit. Take a second to just relax and be in darkness and just go to sleep, basically. Just rest your eyes. This is the mask to get. So again, guys, use promo code JETS to get your Manta Sleep Mask today. And if you do buy your mask, let me know in the chat and I'll give you a shout out. Always appreciate Manta Sleep for continuously sponsoring Jets Media. The way you support Jets Media is by supporting the brand deals here on Jets Media, and that so happens to be Man to sleep. Hennessy says Will McDonald with a strip sack week 1. And he's going to return it for a touchdown, by the way. Will McDonald bend is insane. That is a player that I am so freaking excited for, folks. I am so excited for that. JJ finna give Allen flashbacks from last year. That's my breakout candidate this year, bro. Thoughts on the edge rushing rotations this year? Yeah, I think that Michael Clemens is going to be an interesting player to talk about because he's going to become that John Franklin Myers hybrid defensive end and interior defensive lineman. We got Carl Lawson's going to be starting on first downs. John Franklin Myers is a player that usually starts on first downs at the defensive end position. You got Will McDonald that's probably going to be a pass rushing specialist in those third down and long situations. You got Jermaine Johnson, who has proven to be a player that can be impactful not only against the quarterback, but he's also great against the run. So Jermaine Johnson to be a pretty much every down defensive end. We got talent at that freaking position. Bryce Huff is another pass rushing specialist. So the Jets got 2 pass rushing specialists and Will McDonald and Bryce Huff. They got 2 all-around monsters from the same draft class in Jermaine Johnson and Michael Clemens that can defend the run and get to the quarterback. We got Carl Lawson who can do it all as well. We got John Franklin Myers. I'm probably missing somebody, but the defensive end position is looking deep. And look at those boys. Look at those boys right here. Jermaine, McDonald, and Clemens are flexing on us. I love it. I freaking love it. Freaking awesome, man. Dalvin Cook to the Jets? I thought he liked sunny Miami. Yeah, Mo, I don't really see it happening, but there are some, Jets fans bringing up a conversation about the possibility of Dalvin Cook coming to the Jets. So I'm like, hey, will the Jets get him? Should they get him? Would it be smart? Would it be a bad idea? But I think that Dalvin Cook is destined to be a Dolphin. If I had to guess, if I was betting on this, which I'm not, I'd bet on Dalvin Cook going to the Miami Dolphins. Bryce Huff might be the best player on the team. And that tells you how deep this roster freaking is, by the way. Clemens is such a stud. This defensive line are just a bunch of dogs. A bunch of... Clemens has a nasty bull rush. He does, Zach. Craziness. McDonald, Q, Clemens, Jermaine, don't take them off the field. Yeah, don't take them off the field and let them just die. Let them just not get a break. Smart. I love you, Jets, forever. Always will. Folks, if you have not already, please consider hitting that like button. The goal is 100 likes. We're currently at 83. I think we can get to 100 plus. I think it's possible. With the power of the thumbs up button from everybody in the chat, I think it's possible to reach that 100 mark. Let's freaking go, baby. Ulbrich said he'd move JFM inside, but he's much better on the edge. Yeah, I know JFM is... The luxury of JFM is he can do both, and that's the versatile weapon that he is. You don't move him to this spot forever. You don't move him for this spot forever. He does both. Who has the most sacks this year? I think Lawson. I think Quinnen Williams. He led the team last year in sacks. He's going to lead it again this year. Do you see Will McDonald getting about 40% of snaps? I think around this percentage it'll be between 30 and 40%. The Jets are going to use Will McDonald for certain situations. And those situations are going to be pivotal pass rush, go make a splash, go get a strip sack, go get the football. Holding out hope that Lawson goes crazy this year. No Achilles problems anymore, hopefully. Yeah, I really like this. So let's talk about this real quick. If there was one player on this Jets team that nobody's talking about that could potentially be a game wrecker, it might be Carl Lawson. Because don't forget that Carl Lawson was the best player on the Jets in OTA in training camp the year he tore his Achilles. He was unblockable. He was the talk of the team. Everybody was hyped up about Carl Lawson. We finally have our edge rusher, and then he ruptures his Achilles. And then next season, he has a whole offseason of rehab. The man plays a full 17 games and gets a career high in sacks while he's coming off an injury. Now you have a whole offseason of not rehabbing, but training. Carl Lawson might be that guy that breaks out and maybe he leads the Jets in sacks. It's possible. I see double-digit sacks for Lawson. I can see him get 10 plus. I could definitely see that. He's one of those players that I think not a lot of Jets fans are giving, a chance. It's not even like we're just not really expecting anything from him, but he's just like, there's so many players on the Jets right now that we're excited about that nobody's bringing up. Carl Lawson is my point. We're excited about year 2 of Jermaine Johnson. We like what Michael Clemens looks like entering year number 2. The rookie Will McDonald's is adding to the mix. We like Bryce Huff as a pass rushing specialist. We want to extend Quinnen Williams. And Carl Lawson's sitting there like, hey, I'm a really good football player, and I'm about to dominate the league, so just watch out. I like it, bro. Nice video. Would it be how much each defensive lineman percentage would get? That would be interesting. Yeah, I made a whole video breaking down the defensive line. I didn't talk about percentage of snaps because I personally don't really care about the percentage. I just like the rotation. I trust the rotation. I trust the scheme. So percentages don't really matter to me. It's just a matter of, when you're on the football field, you take advantage of that rep. You win your rep. I don't really think Jets fans need to worry about percentages, snaps, and stuff. Like, that was such a big talking point last year. Like, oh, how come this player's on the field for this percent of snaps? Like, trust the system. Trust that the Jets want these players fresh and ready for the fourth quarter, that they're not overworking them throughout a game, that we have so much freaking good players on the defensive line that all 10 of them are going to get to play. And when all 10 of them get to play, the percentages might be low for certain players. I saw somebody walking around school with an AR8 jersey, and it looked clean. Yeah, baby. I'm rocking it right now. I wear this in public all the time, and people are looking at me like, bro, are you serious? You already have an Aaron Rodgers jersey? Yeah, I got an Aaron Rodgers jersey. Issue? Got an issue with that? What are you trying to say? Don't know if you showed it, but that... Oh, yeah, Tyler, it is. So I don't know if you guys noticed it. Yeah, baby. A-Rod. Aaron Rodgers. Did you guys see that Aaron Rodgers ayahuasca jersey? That is hilarious. I laughed so hard when I saw that. Love it. I love it, man. Oh, Glenn is back, hating on the Jets. He can't stand that the Jets are being talked about in a positive light, so he's got to come to the party and be a doom and gloom and bring our vibes down because he's scared of the Jets. That's what you're showing me, Glenn. Come on. Bring it on, Glenn. Bring it on. This is a Dolphins fan who comes over here and is trying to rain on our parade because he thinks we're the same old Jets and we're going to do same old Jets things. Stick with your Dolphins. Worry about the Dolphins, Glenn. We're coming from Miami. Actually, we're not coming from Miami. We're coming from Buffalo because Buffalo is the team to beat, not the Dolphins. Right? Miami's the team, they're there. But the Bills are the team we got to get through. The Chiefs are the team we got to get through. The Bengals are a team we got to get through. Dolphins? Team has to play as a team. The whole roster deserves reps. We've never been in this situation before. Exactly. All 10 defensive linemen deserves reps because that's how good it is. You're going to tell me that only 4 players gets on the... I mean, I don't even know why I'm talking about. This is literally moronic stuff that we're saying about. Do you think Miami got figured out late last season? Yeah. I mean, the Dolphins are going to be better this year because of Vic Fangio and Jalen Ramsey on the defensive side of the ball, but can they stay healthy on offense? We'll see. And their offensive line, by the way, bro, we are going to eat that offense up. Tua is... I'm scared for Tua when we verse him. That's all I'm going to say because of that offensive line. That's the only reason why I'm saying that. Because the Miami Dolphins offensive line, woo, the Jets defensive line's going to be licking their chomps. Yeah, we are. Guys, we are 10 likes away from 100. I think we have enough power in this chat right now to simply hit that like button. If you are one of the 90 people that already did hit the like button, I thank you for that. But if you're one of the people that did not, I kindly ask you to simply smash that thumbs up button so we can get to 100 likes. I appreciate you guys big time. Let's freaking go. My man just tuning into the chat. WTF, Dalvin Cook? He's not needed. Now, this is an interesting topic because some people don't think Dalvin Cook is needed, and he's not needed. Michael, you're right. It would be a luxury. It would be like, yeah, we're good at the position, but we want to get great at the position. That's what the mindset would be if the Jets got him. Jets media, do you have any news on today's practice? I do not. There was no people at attendance of the practice, so tomorrow I'll have updates of what's going on. Let's freaking go, folks. I appreciate each and every one of you guys always tuning in to the live chat. We got 98 likes, man. I've never been this close to 100 in my life. That's a lie, but still. I love you guys. Where does Hopkins end up? I made a whole video on this on my Touchdown Kingdom channel of DeAndre Hopkins' top landing spots. If you guys want to check that out, I'd greatly appreciate it. But, folks, we're going to wrap up the show here. We just hit 100 likes. Let's go. Thank you all so much for smashing that like button. Really helps out the channel a ton. We're going to wrap up the show here, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to another Jets Media Live show. Tomorrow, we have a special guest coming on the channel. He's Connor Rodgers. You know him very well. He is one of the best Jets media personalities there is out there. He's on SNY. He's on NBC. He's killing it over there. So I want you guys to be live in the chat tomorrow supporting Jets Media and Connor Rodgers. That should be live around noon tomorrow. I'm sorry, noon for me, 3 p.m. for you guys. And yeah, that's going to wrap up the show, folks. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to this channel. I appreciate you guys tuning in as always. Like that button on the way out. And thank you all for tuning in to another Jets Media live stream. And stay tuned for more updates here on the channel. Peace and love, and let's go Jets.